Hello there YouTube, George here. Hope you're all well and happy, and said I'd come back with a bit of an update video on the old 711 as to what's going on here. Not much has changed on the back end of it, but you can see we have a different front end on there now. This is a ZXR 750 front end, complete. Fork legs, discs, calipers, wheel and yokes. Now we got this to fit, but what we had to do was we had to press out the Kawasaki yoke and used the yoke that I had from, or the stem, sorry, to press out the Kawasaki stem, and I had to get a collet made here, and that pushed onto the FZR stem and then welded it, and then that's an interference press fit into the bottom yoke. So which it kind of worked out in a way really, because I had brand new bearings for that front end, and so I didn't really mind. So it looks good on there now, I think. I did like the forks I had on it, but you know, they were just, you know, there was pieces missing, and trying to get the pieces and whatnot. It didn't cost me a whole lot more to buy this complete front end. So we came along then and we drilled out the top yoke, and we put the risers on and put on the bars, and we put little reinforcing plates up under the bolts just to keep everything right and give it a bit more strength. So I left the ignition lug on it here because I might end up putting the ignition up here. I was thinking of putting it, you know, somewhere else in the frame, but it might end up working there. So yeah, it looks good, I think, and we're quite pleased with it now so far. So next stage now is I want to repair the tailpiece I have there, the Katana tailpiece. There's some lugs broken off it and stuff like that, so to get that fixed up and fiberglassed and well reinforced, and we will get Damien down then, friend of mine Damien. He's going to help us with the subframe because that's what he does for a living. He's a fabricator, part-time fabricator and full-time road racer, as he says himself. And he's going to help us. Well, he's going to make it. I'm just going to stand and watch him. He's expert at all types of welding, so he's going to look after that. We get the subframe on, and then it will start to look like a proper bike. And yeah, so there we go. Quite pleased with that front end now. So what's going to happen is we're going to make a bracket that'll bolt on here, and then it'll come up straight, and there's two more M6 tap sections up here. I left them here, so we'll have two pieces coming down to meet it, and we'll have a bar going across, and our two spots will be on that, and the clocks will also be mounted on it as well. So it'll just be pretty basic, you know. Streetfighter style is what I'm going for here, like what I would have wanted back in the day. And yeah, we're just quite pleased now. It's quite aggressive looking as it stands there, very angry looking, which is what you want. We won't be using the FZR mudguard because it's horrible. It comes down and it covers everything. So what we're going to do is I have a CB400 mudguard somewhere. I just need to find it, and we're going to modify it that it just covers the tire, and then there'll be 4 brackets that comes down to meet the lugs on the forks here. So one piece missing, of course, and it's kind of a crucial piece. I have to find it. It's the threaded insert that goes in here, so I need to get my hands on one of them. And yeah, so there we are. So we can start mocking things up big time once we get the subframe on it, and possibly get our wiring loom done and all that sorts carry on. And you know, as you get all that kind of stuff out of the way, that'll kind of spur us along to the part of the project where we can pull the motor out, pull it apart, clean it, measure everything and see what we need to get for it. Plan will be all new shells, rings, valve stem guides and seals and all that carry on. Full refresh and then put her back together. Take the alternator asunder, go through it, make sure it's okay, same with the starter, and yeah, then we'll be fairly well on at that stage of the game. But so happy days. So I got another set of clocks. I'll just show you them here, because the ones I had were damaged. You see these are the ones I got originally, and the rev counter is a little bit under the weather. So I found these on eBay and they weren't terribly expensive, and what's wrong with these is they're broken inside. The white part here, where the brackets go on, it's broken. So what we're going to do is we're going to make one good set out of two, and I'll probably do a video on that when I'm doing it. So yeah, pretty cool. And we have crates and crates full of parts here. Like, there's loads of stuff in here, like switch gear and all other kinds of things. So we'll be able to start putting all that kind of stuff onto it. And the tailpiece is up here. I probably showed this before, I can't remember. We have a little bit of work to do with this, because one of there's two lugs broken off it, as you can see. And it was fixed before underneath. My plan is I'm going to completely fiberglass the whole underside of it with fiberglass resin and the fiberglass matting, and that'll go on there like so on the subframe. It'll be single seat, and but I have to repair this first, because as I said, it has been broken a couple of times. Now I did buy this one as well, but this one I'm not too sure about the sides of it, you know. But we could end up using this, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see how things goes. I'm not even sure what that's off, to be honest. Could be off an ET, or no, not an ET. What's the one? Oh, an ES or something. I'm not sure, but we'll use one or the other anyway. I prefer the look of this one, but you know, I bought this for the tail light, believe it or not. And I got a brand new lens in the post the other day, because this one has a big crack here in it. I got a brand new one in from Germany. So whichever tail piece we use, the tail light is the same. So I think I'll have a go at fixing this, and we'll undo all this crap and fiberglass it up and make a right job of it. I think that is the best way to go, because that was only Mickey Mouse job now, whoever did that, you know. Anyway, so that's where we're at with the old bike at the minute, and we'll come back at some stage in the future when we have a bit more going on, and I'll do a video on making the one set of good clocks out of the two sets I have there. So we'll get you in the next one. All the best, mind yourselves.